What is going on, everyone? It's Kyle here from SpeedBets, bringing you guys another UFC full card breakdown. I am pumped. This is the last card of the year. I'm obviously not pumped because the year is ending with this card. However, this card is pretty sick. A lot of good fights here, in my opinion. I think a lot of dogs are barking on this card. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's absolutely free. Top link in the description. Love to see you guys in there. If you want to get all the bets, all the official plays, join the VIP. Super cheap compared to these other fucking people in this industry. Super cheap. You get all sports, not just MMA. We're crushing hockey. We're crushing basketball. It's NFL every single weekend, man. Hope to see you guys in the Discord at least, if not the VIP. And let's get right into this fight breakdown. First fight of the night here, we have Josephine Knudsen versus Piera Rodriguez. Piera Rodriguez, her last fight, obviously that headbutt over Ariane Carnelossi. I don't know what's going on there, man. Just a flush front kick to the forehead. Drops her down. Can't pass the guard. Headbutts her a couple times. Fight gets stopped. I mean, there's not much to say. You're just headbutting chicks. There's just not much you can really say about that. I mean, she just headbutted the fuck out of her. Josephine Knudsen, striker, just absolutely one of the most boring fighters. Hard to watch. Her best performances against like Marnik Mann, one of the worst UFC fighters that has ever been brought in. It's just the best way I can put it. If Knudsen wins, this fight's going to decision. That's just how it goes. Piera Rodriguez brings an interesting challenge, though. She has shot like 30 takedowns in her short little UFC run here, and Knudsen likes to get taken down. She gets taken down when it matters. Piera Rodriguez more than capable of getting those takedowns. For that reason, we're starting off the card hot with a dog. Give me Piera Rodriguez to grind out 2 of those rounds. Let's put it this way, all right? These 2 chicks are locked in a room. One of them is willing to throw headbutts. The other one's not. Give me Piera Rodriguez. Dog money plus 200 starting the card off right. Next fight up, we have Davy Grant taking on Ramon Tavares. Now, this one seems a little cut and dry to a lot of people, and I'm not sure I see it the same way. Davy Grant sitting as a slight underdog, aged 38. A lot of people see 38. They see a division under like welterweight, and they just think fade. I'm telling you guys, don't fade Davy Grant. Davy Grant has been on the shit end of the stick for 2 split decision losses to 2 guys on this card. Adrian Yanez and Daniel Marcos. I think the Daniel Marcos one was a lot more clear. He should have taken that O. Davy Grant should be coming off of a nice little win streak right here. Wins over Louis Smolka, Daniel Marcos, and Rafael Assunção. Should be riding a 3-fight win streak into this fight. And if he got that nod last time out, he wouldn't be sitting right here as a dog. That's just simply not how it would go. Ramon Tavares, he didn't deserve that win over Sari City. He didn't win that fight. You want to look at the media scores. You want to go watch that fight back. Tell me to my face you think Ramon Tavares won that fight. You can't, because he didn't. Contender Series, yes, that was a fluke, but that doesn't change the fact that he did not win last fight. Then what, you're going to give him credit because he knocked out Cortavius Romeus? The guy didn't want to grapple. I don't know what to tell you. The guy didn't want to grapple. He just wanted to take it right to the face. Whatever, man. Your choice, I guess. Give me Davy Grant in this fight. I think the volume's going to be there. The pressure's going to be there. Started his career as a grappler. He might go back to that. Ramon Tavares has good hands, but what else does he bring to the table? Doesn't really kick. Doesn't really grapple. Doesn't really defend shit well. Davy Grant, this guy's a jack of all trades. Probably a master of none, but a jack of all nonetheless. I think he can mix in the grappling, the volume, and win this decision. On the cards, give me another dog. Now, unfortunately, I can't go 3 dogs in a row on you guys because Jamie Lynn Horth might be one of the worst fighters in the UFC. She couldn't even beat Ivana Petrovic. Ain't no way in hell she's beating Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick's like 27, up-and-comer. Her losses are quality, and I'm telling you right now, she beat Macy Barber. I'm high on Macy Barber. I like me some Macy Barber. Pause. But Miranda Maverick is good. Okay? She beat Macy Barber. I'm just saying it how it is. And she's going to beat the fucking piss out of Jamie Lynn Horth. By beat the piss out of her, I mean take her to a decision that's way too close. It should be 30-27, but it probably won't be. She's probably going to not shoot a takedown for the first round, let Jamie Lynn Horth have the first round for no apparent reason. And then she's going to dominate the last 2. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Miranda Maverick's good. Jamie Lynn Horth is not. Give me Miranda Maverick. Minus 500 favorite. What can you do? Next fight up, Miles Johns, Felipe Lima. Miles Johns got shafted. Supposed to fight Cody Garbrandt. Chin check that guy. You're in the rankings just about. Now you get Felipe Lima. Felipe Lima is being a fucking weasel. He wanted to fight at 145. Guess we're at 145. The rankings don't matter. Felipe Lima's a bantamweight just building the fucking featherweight career over here with his short notice fights. It is what it is. People are saying he's so much more dangerous. He's going to do what he wants to Miles Johns. Dude, fucking based on what? You're telling me Felipe Lima on short notice is going to beat a dude who's been here for 9 fights in the UFC? I'm not ready to pull that trigger, especially when he's on like a minus 250 favorite. Are you kidding me? Beating Muhammad Naimov doesn't really prove that much. Proves you're good for certain, absolutely. Felipe Lima's good. I'm not telling you this guy's bad. I'm telling you I don't know if he can beat the curse. What's the curse, you might ask? Well, when you step into the octagon with Miles Johns, his aura just makes you stand there. When you fight Miles Johns, you just can't do anything. It's not because Miles Johns is good. Everyone, when they fight him, they just forget how to fight. I don't know what the fuck they're worried about. It shouldn't be the power. It shouldn't be the speed. It shouldn't be the accuracy. I don't know what you're worried about, but every single time this guy steps in the octagon, it's a staring contest. Is Felipe Lima going to fall under the same curse? Is this first round going to be 2.5 minutes of staring at each other before they're even going to engage in like the clinch or anything? I don't know, man. Miles Johns just has a gift for slowing the fight down to the pace that he wants. He's controlled the pace of just about every single one of his fights, and I think he can do the same again. I think if Felipe Lima doesn't get him out of there, this fight's going to the cards and it's going to Miles Johns. I don't think Felipe Lima's got the dog in him to win a decision over Miles Johns. He better hope to God he gets that sub. He better hope to God Miles Johns forgets how to wrestle. But give me Miles Johns by decision. Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. 2 long dudes going at it. Pause. I think Sean Woodson sucks. I'm going to be 100% honest. I thought he lost last fight. He lost to that one dude that got cut by the promotion. He got like chinned 2 times, then he got kneed in the face. I mean, it's just a bad look all around. That guy's terrible, and he still clipped Woodson. Woodson's always just feels like Woodson's always hurt, man. Always feels like this guy's hurt. Fernando Padilla, yeah, he's not that great, but he presses forward. This guy's always coming forward. Sean Woodson's kind of that counter striker. He might try and slip your jab, play along the cage a little bit like a wannabe Izzy type of style, but like ass. I'm not doubting his boxing. He's very good at keeping his range. Sean Woodson is a good boxer, a very good boxer. But man, he gets hit, and man, he gets hurt. Alex Caceres. That dude's beyond wash, and I thought that he beat Sean Woodson last time out. I really did. Then we got Fernando Padilla. Like I said, he's done nothing special, but he's going to do just enough. I think he's going to be walking forward. He's going to be pressuring Sean Woodson. And if he gets in close, man, this guy's long, but he likes to get in close. I think he has all the tools in the bag to knock out Sean Woodson. I think if Sean Woodson can keep that range like he should do, but he doesn't always do, it should be Sean Woodson by decision. But give me Fernando Padilla to secure that knockout. This one's not as confident as the other ones. But when I see a dog with a very good chance to land a knockout over a guy that I hate, can't blame a man for picking him. Next fight up, Joel Alvarez taking on Jakar Close. This fight is 2 savages going at it. Jakar Close, his UFC loss. We got Beneil Dariush. Come on, man. You can't be getting slept by Dariush. He had him on the ropes. He almost had Dariush out of there. And then he just got a little too aggressive, got countered, got put out. Happens to the best of us, I guess. Not anyone good, but the rest of us. Joel Alvarez, absolute savage. Most of his wins are by submission. This guy does not fuck with the scorecards. So basically, I think Joel Alvarez is just going to run a train on Jakar Close. What is Jakar Close going to do, Russell? Not against Joel Alvarez. You're going to get fucking reversed and choked out. What is he going to do, strike? Yeah, against the 6'3" lightweight? No, not a chance. Joel Alvarez is going to finish this fight inside the distance. Probably by submission. I'm calling like a round 2, round 3. I think he gets it done late, but he gets it done inside the distance for sure. We got Michael Johnson back in action, taking on Otman Azitar. Now, these Azitar brothers are absolutely terrible. His brother Abu Azitar, man, catch me breaking down one of that guy's fights. These guys are more focused on all their money than they are on the fight game. They're not dedicated. Ahmed Azitar, this guy is like, I think they call him Potato Man. He had that huge controversy where he was caught sneaking something into his hotel in like the fighter hotel. His team came out and said that it was like potatoes, something along the lines of that. And it's, this guy, he's not on the juice anymore. Clearly, USADA caught up to him. They found him. Michael Johnson should win this fight every time, but dude, it's Michael Johnson. We don't know if Michael Johnson's gonna win this fight. He might get caught for the third time with that step in overhand right. We saw it against, was that Diego Ferreira? We saw that happen again. Identical to the way he was knocked out before. So it's possible. If Ahmed Azitar's got that overhand right, he can land flush on Michael Johnson. He can put him out. But realistically, give me Michael Johnson by knockout. I think he's just the more superior fighter. If he wants to mix in the wrestling, he absolutely can. Otherwise, if they just stand and bang, I think Michael Johnson is still going to do what it takes to win. I mean, he's 38, but like, really? You're going to pick Ahmed Azitar in the year 2024, almost 2025? Get out of here. Give me Michael Johnson by knockout. Up onto the main card, we have Navajo Sterling taking on Tuco Tucos. Tuco Tocos, Tuco Tucos. I don't know what to say it, but that's what it is. Navajo Sterling, super unproven. In my opinion, a relatively underwhelming Contender Series fight. The guy he was fighting was not great. He didn't fight a good game plan. He was kind of fat, out of shape. Survived because of his Mexican chin. If he didn't have a Mexican chin, he would have been put out in the first round. But he made it to the second, so congrats to the guy. Navajo Sterling, I don't think he's all that. I think in that Contender Series fight and a couple other fights that I was watching, he's fighting guys that aren't good and he's eating a lot of shots. Now, Tuco Tocos is not good. Let's get one thing straight. But one thing this guy does know is how to bang. Okay. You watch his fight with Ming Ying Zhang, he's throwing heat 24-7. This guy doesn't know how to throw a punch that isn't 100% power. He might get hit by 3, but he's going to fire back 1 with everything he's got. Now, everything in the world points to Navajo Sterling by knockout, and that's going to be my pick. But what I will say is, do not bet on this guy. Tuco is also more than capable of shooting a takedown. His takedowns are not good. He might lose like 4 of the takedown battles before he gets one. But he can try. And Navajo Sterling, we haven't seen him really defend a takedown. The Contender Series fight, kinda. But not really, that guy's trash. That guy might be worse than Tuco. I think he's so unproven. And Tuco throws with such aggression. Don't be surprised if Navajo Sterling fucks around and finds out. Tuco definitely has what it takes to land just one big hook. Put Navajo out in the first round. I'm not going to pick that because I'm not a psycho. But just understand, if you're betting on Navajo Sterling at 6-1 odds when he's this unproven, this green, you need to call the number, my brother. You need to call that number. Next up, we have Adrian Yanez taking on Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos should not have that O. He should have lost his last fight. He should be 15-1. Adrian Yanez, on the other hand, had a couple rough losses, bounced back against Vinicius Salvador. That guy sucks. Didn't really matter much, just kind of renewed his contract on that one. And I think Yanez is the much more dangerous fighter. I think if they step in the pocket and they start swinging, Yanez can find like a pull counter type knockout. Now, if Daniel Marcos wants to stick and move and he finds the leg kicks all night, I think he can light up that leg, that lead leg. We saw Jonathan Martinez do it. Obviously, Jonathan Martinez, his leg kicks are way nastier than Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos isn't going to leg kick TKO anyone, but he can inflict some damage and skirt by to win the points. This guy used to be a finisher, but then he started fighting people who actually know how to fight. Look at that, he's not a finisher anymore. He's getting split decisions. I think Adrian Yanez has everything going for him here. I think even with just one win in a row instead of 16 in a row, he somehow still has the momentum. In my opinion, Daniel Marcos' momentum was stopped by Davy Grant. He got, dare I say, exposed. Now, Davy Grant also got robbed against Adrian Yanez. These two right here should be Davy Grant's children, fighting for father's attention. My official pick is going to be Adrian Yanez by knockout, but I'm going to kind of be a pansy on this one. I'm going to be a little bitch on this pick. I'm going to say if it ends inside the distance, Yanez is the one getting his hand raised. If it goes to the cards, it's probably going to be Marcos. Those are just the two outcomes I see in my head, and I'm having a real hard time picking one to actually go with. So I'm going to give you both. Whatever I decide to lock in on Tapology will probably be my official pick. But that's just what I'm going to give you guys for the video, man. There's bets you can do with that. There's VIP bets that we've already locked in with that. You know what I'm talking about. So we'll go to the next one. Next up, Vitor Petrino taking on Dustin Jacoby. Justin Jacoby's terrible. Vitor Petrino, not good, but not terrible. Last time out we had a not so fun time. He just dolphin dived into a guillotine by Anthony Smith. And Dustin Jacoby got chinned by Dominic Reyes. Still, we're both losing to washed fighters. Not a good look. Vitor Petrino does hit hard. I've been saying this for a while. I said it before the Reyes fight, but I still picked Jacoby against Reyes. Man, that was not a good look. I think Vitor Petrino is more than capable of just starching Jacoby on the feet. What is he going to do? Jab, teep, stick and move for the whole fight? No, Dustin Jacoby, he's good. He's not that good. Very highly ranked, if not a champion in Glory Kickboxing. I know this guy had a fight with Alex Pereira. Oh, that means a lot, dude. Vitor Petrino can get in on the takedowns. Dustin Jacoby's not a jiu-jitsu guy. I genuinely believe, even if Vitor Petrino did not learn a single thing from his last fight, and he does that exact same game plan again, he can win this fight. Because that's not going to be a guillotine loss. That's going to be a takedown into ground and pound, into a submission, into something. Give me Vitor Petrino by knockout, ground and pound in the second round. Then we got Manel Kape taking on Bruno Silva. Now, Manel Kape is fucking terrible. I've been saying this. Manel Kape is not good. This guy lost to Mokaev. He got outpointed by Mokaev. Tim Elliott was outpointing Mokaev. Tim fucking Elliott. Now, Bruno Silva has been kind of on a run. This guy's been knocking down all of his opponents. He's dangerous as all hell. Manel Kape isn't dangerous. We're going to give him credit for knocking out Kai Asakura. Look what happened to Kai Asakura last weekend. Was saying that's Pantoja's easiest fight in the entire division, man. I tried telling you guys. I had so much money on Pantoja, man. I don't know why you guys don't listen to me. That was Pantoja's easiest fight he's ever going to have. Kai Asakura sucks, and Manel Kape beat him fucking twice. I don't understand, man. Where is this Manel Kape hype coming from? Is it because he got a win on the Australia card and just hurled a slur at the crowd? Like, is that what we're hyping this guy up for? Why is he a minus 350 to Bruno Silva? Dude, Manel Kape is so bad he made Felipe Dos Santos look good. Here come all those fake hardcores like, dude, Felipe Santos is the real deal, bro. No, he's not. That guy fucking sucks. Felipe Dos Santos is not a good fighter. And Manel Kape 30-27'd him. Like, dude, where is this hype coming from? Manel Kape isn't that good. He just simply is not. He's nowhere near as dangerous as Bruno Silva. We're going to give him credit for beating Zhalgas Zalmagulov, the guy that's 1-6 in the UFC. That's what we're going to give him credit for? Going to give him credit for a David Dvorak win? Are you kidding me? You want to play the MMA math game. Bruno Silva lost to David Dvorak. I think it was his UFC debut. And then he lost to Tagir Ulanbekov, who's a good fighter. Who's about to lose to Clayton Carpenter, by the way. Just putting that out there. Bruno Silva's got 4 performance of the nights in a row. 4 finishes in a row. Manel Kape is coming off a decision loss to Muhammad Mokaev. He is a 4-3 UFC fighter. I'm not picking Manel Kape. Give me Bruno Silva. He's going to chin the fuck out of Manel Kape and then choke him out on the ground. I'm sick and tired of pretending like Manel Kape is good. I'm not giving this guy any respect. Minus 350 for what? You're a 4-3 UFC fighter. Your best win. I don't know. Manel Kape doesn't have a good win. He literally does not have a good win, guys. If he can beat Bruno Silva will genuinely be his best win, and I don't even think Bruno Silva is a top 10 ranked flyweight. That's how bad this guy is. I don't know what this hype is coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. Give me Bruno Silva inside the distance. This is disrespectful. Next up, we have the co-main event. Cub Swanson taking on Billy Quarantillo. You guys want to play a game that I've been playing? It's called Fade Billy Q. You make money every time. No, I'm just kidding. You don't make money every single time, but I do enjoy a good Billy Quarantillo fade. Unfortunately, I picked him against Yusuf Zalal. Not my proudest pick, I know. I'm not afraid to admit it. I thought Billy Q was okay for a second. I'm watching the tape back this week. He's not. I'm really going to pick a 41-year-old Cub Swanson right now. That's the state of the co-main event, guys. I'm picking 41-year-old Cub to work this guy into a decision. Cub Swanson did not beat Hakeem Dawodu. Cub Swanson did beat Andre Fili. Now you look at his record, he won against Dawodu, he lost against Fili. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's the opposite of what you just said. Yeah, that was the universe correcting itself. He sold my parlay. I had Hakeem Dawodu as my last leg on a parlay. At the time, I was betting very small, like $5 or $10 bets. The parlay would have hit for $350. That was a lot of money to me back then. That was before I started actually caring about sports betting, like a year and a half ago. I was pissed. Hakeem Dawodu beat Cub Swanson. So then because of that, I faded Cub Swanson his next fight out against Andre Fili. And it worked out for me. But Cub Swanson won that fight. I got lucky on that one. I think Cub Swanson's going to be able to do enough to beat Billy Quarantillo. What's Billy Q going to do? He's not better on the feet. What is he going to do? Wrestle Cub Swanson? You going to try and take Cub Swanson down? I really don't think so. I mean, Billy Q has better jiu-jitsu. If the fight gets there, he could throw up a Hail Mary sub. But I don't generally see that happening. I think the over 2.5 is a decent play for this fight if you really don't want to pick a side. Billy Q has not been looking impressive. He is 36. I mean, it's two older guys going at it. But I'm going to go with my gut. I'm picking Cub Swanson. Give me Cub Swanson by decision. I think it's going to be a very close. I could definitely see this fight being a split decision, as Cub Swanson fights have tended to be recently. But give me Cub to get the nod. All right, for some reason, I can't click on the Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley fight here. I did a whole 25-minute yap session, my full entire breakdown on this fight right here. I went super in-depth, talked about all their recent fights, everything I could possibly think of on this topic. That was my last video. Please go watch that if you care. I just kind of sat down in front of the camera, yapped a little bit, threw on some images to make it a little bit more entertaining, and I tried to give you guys the pick to the best of my ability. If you guys didn't catch that one, I'll give you the gist. In my opinion, Joaquin Buckley does not have a single good win. His fight against Wonderboy Thompson, he was down 0-2, caught him with a jumping hook in the third round. His fight before that was against Luque. Luque pulled half guard and then quit. Or maybe that was the fight before the Nursultan Rozaboyev. I don't know. These fights, I'm going to go through all of Buckley's 170 fights. Against Nursultan Rozaboyev, that guy's a fraud. He's like 1-5 at 170. I don't know why he'd ever cut to 170. I think he's undefeated at 185. I don't know why he ever makes the cut. Every time he cuts, he loses. So he's just not good. And then we have the Alex Morono fight. Alex Morono is just hot ass. And then my main point, one of the biggest points that I was talking about, is when he fought Abdul Razak Al Hassan, he had to wrestle a lot. He had to defend some judo throws, some takedown attempts from Abdul Razak. He was gassed. He could barely stand up at the end of the fight, and that was only a 3-rounder. Colby Covington puts the pressure on people like no other. I am choosing to believe that last time out, Colby was just severely ring-rusted. He's back, rounds 4 and 5. He found his groove. He fought a lot better of a fight. And I think Colby Covington is going to squeak out a decision over Joaquin Buckley. I think the grappling is going to be too much. I think Buckley has never fought a wrestler like that. What are we going to talk about? Albert Duraev? No, we're not going to talk about Albert Duraev. The guy's eye swelled shut after 2 minutes, and he still took down Joaquin Buckley. Colby Covington will push Buckley to the cage. He will get the body lock. He will transition to the back. He's going to drag Buckley to the mat. Buckley will get up for the first few rounds, but after round 3, I don't think Buckley's got anything left in the tank. All we have to pray for is that Colby Covington can win one of those first 3 rounds, not get chinned, and I think we're locked in for a Covington decision win. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you think my picks are shit, let me know. I picked a lot of underdogs, okay? Let me just count these underdogs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting Adrian Yanez as my official pick, by the way. I've made my mind up. Daniel Marcos, fuck you. Then we got 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 13 fights on the card. I picked 8 underdogs. Let's see how we fare. Last card of the year. We're going out with a bang. Guys, don't just blindly tail. Do your own research. Do your own fight tape study. Hopefully you guys can kind of hear what I'm saying for a lot of these underdogs, though. I think these odds are a little weird, a little funky. Hopefully we can come out of this with some good profit. I think this is one of those cards similar to the UFC Noche, where if you put $100 on every single underdog, you're going to be swimming in cash at the end of the night. I don't know if I'm going to go that crazy. We might, man. We might. In the Discord, I'll try and let you guys talk me into doing something like that. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Make sure you join the Discord, join the VIP. Catch you in the next one, man. Peace out.